It happened one Christmas Eve. The fireplace murmured softly, its faint glow flickering across the room. The rich aroma of roasted turkey lingered in the air, mingling with faint notes of cinnamon and pine. My parents sat opposite me at the long oak table, smiles stretched too wide, laughter that didn't quite reach their eyes. Then my grandfather, stoic, wise, his presence commanding even in age, placed his glass down gently and turned toward me. "Tell me," he said, voice calm but probing, "did you enjoy the house I gave you 2 years ago?" For a moment, I thought I misheard him. "What house?" I asked, blinking. The air shifted. Laughter died. Forks froze halfway to mouths. My father's hand trembled. My mother's gaze darted to him, then quickly away. I stared at my grandfather, confusion tightening my chest. I hadn't received any house. And that's when I saw it, the subtle quiver in my father's throat, the kind that betrays a lie struggling to stay buried. Grandfather leaned back, expression unreadable. "Is that so?" he murmured, amusement curling faintly in his tone. His eyes moved to my parents. "Then tell me, where is the house?" Their faces drained of color. And in that single, fragile moment, everything I believed about my family fractured. I once thought my parents were good people, imperfect, yes, but honest. My father, the disciplined provider. My mother, the gentle mediator. And me, the dutiful child who worked hard, stayed quiet, and never asked for more than I was given. Years earlier, my grandfather had mentioned wanting to gift me something meaningful before his health worsened. I assumed he meant wisdom, maybe a family heirloom, not property. He'd told me he'd arranged it through my parents. I thanked him then, naively content. I never questioned it. I should have. The hints began surfacing months before that dinner. A stray document in my father's office, property papers with my name neatly crossed out, his written instead. A home renovation my parents insisted was funded from savings. A half-torn bank statement revealing a massive transfer from my grandfather's attorney to my father's account. I remember the night it all clicked, the dim light of my apartment, the taste of cold coffee, my hands trembling around the mug. Betrayal doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers through numbers, signatures, and silence. That night changed me. The obedient child inside me faded. I wanted to confront them, to shout, to demand an explanation. But anger felt too merciful. They didn't deserve rage. They deserved consequence. So I waited. I planned. I began visiting grandfather regularly, under the guise of concern. We'd talk about his garden, the weather, the old days. And one quiet afternoon, I brought up the house. He froze. Then, softly, he confirmed what I already knew. He had indeed transferred a property to me through my parents. I showed him the falsified deeds, the forged signatures, the money trail. He sat in silence for a long moment before saying quietly, "Leave this to me." But I couldn't. I needed the truth, fully unearthed. I contacted his lawyer, verified every document. My father had sold the property under his own name the previous year and used the proceeds to purchase their dream home in the suburbs, the same house I'd helped them paint last summer. The irony stung like ice. So, I orchestrated the moment. Christmas Eve, grandfather's favorite night. Everyone would be there. And I knew grandfather wouldn't miss the chance to deliver justice his way. When he asked that question, "Did you like the house I gave you?" It wasn't small talk. It was deliberate, precise. A strike meant to expose. My father's jaw tightened. My mother's hands knotted in her lap. Grandfather's expression never wavered as he turned to the family friend sitting beside him, his lawyer. "Would you read it aloud?" he said. The lawyer opened a folder and began. Sale records, falsified transfers, fake witnesses, all neatly documented. My parents' names spelled out in bold clarity. "Dad, please," my mother whispered, voice breaking. But grandfather didn't look at her. His voice trembled, not from frailty, but fury. "You stole from your own child," he said quietly. "You took my gift and built your comfort with deceit." I'd never seen him so angry. His wrath wasn't loud, it was cold, cutting, absolute. Then he ended it with one final statement. As of this morning, both of your properties have been seized. You will return what you took, every penny. My father finally looked at me, eyes hollow, disbelief clouding his face. You did this? He asked. I didn't reply. I only met his gaze, steady and unflinching. By the time dessert was served, the lawyer had gone. Grandfather retreated upstairs in silence. My parents sat motionless, their plates untouched. I walked to the window and watched the snow drift softly against the dark street. What I felt wasn't joy, it was peace.
Cold. Cleansing. Deserved.
They had built their comfort on my silence. I had built my justice on their arrogance. When they forged my name, they thought I'd never find out, never fight back. They were wrong, because that night, I didn't just reclaim a house, I reclaimed my power. And as the clock struck midnight, I turned toward them one last time and whispered, Merry Christmas.